Hey folks, Deano here again. This time take a look at Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. And not that one. This one. Yeah, the official Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta has arrived. A bit late compared to other YouTubers, but early in terms of the UK. If you remember, it took me nearly 6 months to get Super Saiyan 4 Goku. But yeah, let's take a look at the box before we go anywhere else, shall we? So, standard Figuarts packaging at this point. You've got the seal of quality, made in Vietnam. We'll get to that in a second because he isn't perfect. He's pretty close, but yeah. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Picture of him on the front doing the final flash. Pictures on the back, the new Bandai Namco logo, and the sticker for the importer, which is Hio. I'm guessing they're the ones that do the UK now, which I'm glad at least someone is. Toy sticker, Dragon Ball GT logo, and Tamashii Nations and Bandai. So yeah, now that's out the way. Let's take a look at this guy, namely his accessories, of which he has a fair amount, to be honest. He's got a pair of the new style splayed open key blast hands, which I appreciate. He's got a pair of Final Impact posy hands. Don't remember that Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta ever using Final Impact, but we'll take it. Pair of Big Bang Attack style hands. A pair of grippy sort of martial arts posy hands. And finally, a pair of grippy hands with the peg on them. Which surprisingly, these two sets of hands are not the same. The peg hands are unique for this pathetic little thing. It's through the viewfinder, it's showing up a bit blue, but it is turquoise, so at least it's the right colour for his final shine. But it's just so pathetically small. Like, honestly, I don't understand why Tamashii keeps doing this. Giving us little tiny key spheres is not the same as giving us beam effects. Like, I appreciate the thought, but the final shine in particular is a massive ball of energy before he fires it. This is just... nah, that's not the one. Fits in his hand well enough. But yeah, I haven't used any of these new style key blasts except for the Vegeta style ones that Demoniacal Fit have come out with. But yeah, a bit disappointing there, but at least it's something, eh? It's better than what they have been doing. In terms of the faces, these are probably the best Vegeta faces I think we've ever had. Like, from every angle, it just looks like Vegeta. They're a bit on the glossy side, but yeah. Jump cut. Apologies, folks. But yeah, as I was saying, probably the best looking faces they've given us. Even though Tamashii again is going for this sort of curved eye at the bottom, but it's still the best faces for Vegeta we've ever had. Speaking of, this is probably the best smirking face for Vegeta I think we've ever gotten as well. The only one that comes close is the original 1.0 one. I realise that sounded daft, but yeah, The 1.0 Super Saiyan and Scouter Vegetas both came with excellent smirking faces, and then for some reason on the 2.0s they started giving us sort of teeth gritting smiling faces, which I don't like at all. Yeah, looks really good. We've got an angry powering up sort of face. The pupils are smaller in this one, so he's either surprised or more focused. And finally, yelling face. So yeah, one thing I will say is on his, what would you call that? The widow's peak. The paint apps aren't perfect on them. It's not really something you would notice per se. But yeah, the lines are not perfect. But we'll let them away with it. In terms of articulation and design, he does look really good. He's a bit squat though. Like, you know how the Super Saiyan 4 Goku should be taller, but he's not? Well, for some reason, Vegeta isn't even the height he should be normally. He's even smaller. So the height difference is quite extreme between the two of them. But yeah, Vegeta could do with an extra inch, and so could Goku. Kong Studios will probably come out with a Xeno Super Saiyan 4 that's the right height, now that we have the official design out. I've just noticed these bicep connectors are a bit on the wobbly side. I'd probably be careful of that. But yeah, in terms of the design and the sculpt, he does look really good. Like I said, he's just a bit short for my taste. But in a vacuum, he looks really good next to Goku. I would probably even say he's better looking than Goku, like better designed. That gets the musculature across a lot better than Goku's. Even down to the ab section, like they fixed that, where it's no longer fiddly. The butterfly joint is no longer fiddly. It goes 4 ways and that's it, up, down, left, right. Only problem area, Goku had his foot or the ankle joint. Vegeta has a loose hip. So yeah, bit unfortunate. Something I have not seen anyone else mention, but it's on mine, so I'm showing it. Only other issue I would say is these bits. Like, that is way overkill, Tamashii. Like, there's no need for that to be so noticeable. Like, use a thinner plastic. I mean, look at Goku's. Goku's is noticeable, but it's nowhere near as thick. I don't know what they were thinking with that. I really don't. And it just highlights the problems with 3.0 molds. The 2.0 style covers would have filled out this area and it would have looked fine. But yeah, one last criticism, which is nitpicky, I'll be honest, but in this light it does show up. You notice the bicep fur is matte. Then you've got down here, it's glossy. The shoulders are semi-glossy. These side pieces on his chest are glossy, as is the back. And then down the bottom is semi-gloss. So absolutely no single piece of that is consistent. Like I said, it's only really noticeable in harsh lighting like this, but it's still something Tamashii should be looking into. I mean, surely they're using the same plastic all round. I mean, they've clearly painted the skin tone, so there's not really much excuse there, to be honest. But yeah, that's the only criticism they've got. In terms of articulation, the back of his head is on the same sort of style as Goku, where it gets out of the way. You can look up a wee bit thanks to that. Good thing is his neck peg is much tighter than Goku's, so it doesn't fall down near as easy. His side bangs are also movable. I can't really remember if Vegeta's side bangs go right into his face or not. I'm going to guess not. In terms of neck articulation, you can look to the side that far, everything gets out of the way except the back piece, that's what stops it. Neck can go forward a lot, and it can go side to side slightly. Just so you see, it's the same sort of peg as Goku, just tighter. There we go. Shoulders, the ab crunch, not the ab crunch, the butterfly joint goes forward, goes backwards, goes up, and goes down. Like I said, a lot easier to maneuver as opposed to Goku's, so it doesn't look nearly as awkward half the time. Arms can go up that far, swivel, completely unimpeded. Bicep swivel, which, as I said, it's a bit on the wobbly side, so be careful with that. Double jointed elbows, can actually get a decent range, and ball peg at the wrist. Ab crunch can go back that far. Like I said, better designed than Goku's. You can barely even tell there's a joint there. You can go back forward that far. And waist swivel, kind of impeded by his belt, and go side to side about 45 degrees tall. Yeah, all in all, that area looking much cleaner than Goku's. 3.0 hips, even though this one's loose, you can do the full, well, yeah, full splits. Thigh swivel, I would hope that's unimpeded with how massive it is for no reason. Double jointed knees, feet are on a ball peg, so pretty much unimpeded there, and excellent toe articulation, which breaks his foot. So yeah, all in all, I am impressed with this guy. Like I said, he's not perfect, he has his problems, but he seems designed a lot better than Goku was, just in general. Some quick comparisons before we finish. That's him next to the third party, which, as you can see, the third party one is taller, but the third party one is far from perfect, let's be honest. It was a good stand-in while it lasted, but he's way too slender, and the leather pants are way too light for some reason. As a bonus though, the grippy hands do in fact fit, even though they're not a perfect match for colour. But if you're not planning on selling your third party, you can have him using the effect piece, which is a good thing. And finally, we'll have him next to his fellow Super Saiyan 4, next to Goku. No, Goku, stay up. There we go. So yeah, guys, all in all, these two make an excellent pairing. Both of them have their issues, but I fully expect, at the very least, Kong to make a Kong to make a Xeno Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta to go with their Goku, which I have no doubt will probably look really good. And as for Demoniacal Fit, they're currently way behind schedule on their Super Saiyan 4 Gokus, the Xeno and the normal. I don't know what's going on there. They've announced a 3.0 Goku, a 3.0 Gohan, future Gohan, and copied Super Saiyan Vegeta. I really don't know what's going on there. For once, I wish Demoniacal Fit would just finish a figure that they start. I mean, the Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Goku was literally in the prototype stage. I know because I've seen the picture. But yeah, guys, that'll do it for this review. So, until next time, I'll see y'all later.